Charles and Camilla's Australia tour. Guys, massive flop. Massive failure, in my opinion. It is not going great. We're seeing so many things, guys, and it is simply not going great for them.
This is not your land. You committed genocide against our people. Give us our land back. Give us what you stole from us. Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people. You destroyed our land. Give us a treaty. We want a treaty in this country. You are a genocide. This is not your land. This is not your land. You are not my kids. You are not our kids.
Guys, it's not going great. So we have a lot of people talking about the fact that they're coming out, not a lot of interest there. People don't seem to, even when you look at the column inches in the newspaper, there's literally no interest. I think the only interest or the only thing that happened was the Australian MP Lydia that told him that give us back our land, you're stealing our land. That seemed to have peaked some level of people saying it's true she's talking about, and a lot of that, where she said you literally butchered, raped, and eliminated the indigenous people, and you're still treating them like, badly. And she was saying, you're not my king, give us back our this, you genocidal. And she went off, and she really said, this is not my king. And she was so upset. So the recent tour of Australia by Charles and Camilla has been characterized by significant challenges, raising questions about its effectiveness and reception. What was meant to be a celebration of the monarchy's connection with Australia quickly turned into a series of protests, heckling, and public discontent. In many ways, this story highlighted the lessons learned from Harry and Meghan's royal engagements, showing how their approach might serve as a blueprint for future royal visits. As Charles and Camilla embarked on their Australian tour, they were met with vocal opposition from various groups. Demonstrators rallied to express their discontent with the monarchy, arguing for Australia to become a republic. So we know you have the not my king. This sentiment was fueled by a growing desire.
This is not your land. You committed genocide against our people. Give us our land back. Give us what you stole from us. Our bones, our skulls, our babies, our people. You destroyed our land. Give us a treaty. We want a treaty in this country. You are a genocide. This is not your land. This is not your land. You are not my kids. You are not our kids.
Among many Australians to sever ties with the British monarchy, a sentiment that has been gaining traction over the years. The protesters were not merely fringe groups, they represented a significant portion of the Australian population. Their chants and banners echoed a longing for independence and self determination, highlighting the disconnect between the royal family and the contemporary Australian identity. The protesters made it clear that they do not see the monarchy as a symbol of unity, but rather as an outdated institution. In addition to organized protests, the royal family or royal couple faced heckling during public appearances. We talk about the Lydia one. While royal engagement often features adoring crowds, their tour saw a shift with attendees voicing their disapproval. Hecklers disrupted speeches and events which created a chaotic atmosphere that overshadowed their positive moments. This negative reception stands in stark contrast to various or previous royal tours, including those of Harry and Meghan, where engagement with the public was largely warm and welcoming. Harry and Meghan's approach focused on relatability and modern engagement, making them more approachable figures in the eyes of many. And we know about Princess Diana when she went to Australia, the crowd was huge. I mean, you couldn't, it was so big, right? The crowd that they got. And recently, we're going to talk about a more successful tour. We're going to talk about 2018 with Harry and Meghan. That crowd was very big as well. Huge coming out, people supporting them, people looking forward to seeing them, and the camaraderie was just great, right? So there's so many things that's going on. So Harry and Meghan's royal tour often showcase their commitment to social issues, reflecting the values of younger generations. They engage with communities on topics like mental health, diversity, and sustainability, issues that resonate deeply with the public. Their willingness to address contemporary challenges allow them to connect authentically with audiences, something that it was noticeable or is noticeably missing from Charles and Camilla's tour. Because we saw even when Lydia was talking about her grievance when she said not making, and Camilla was it just in the background laughing, which is just so unseemly. In addition to that, we saw where she was shaking hands with some people, and it was like she barely wanted to touch their hands. She was just like standoffish, and her hand, this is just not how a royal tour is supposed to go. So obviously we know that this is not something she is good at doing, right? During their time as working royals, Harry and Meghan emphasized transparency and relatability, fostering a sense of connection that is increasingly vital for the monarchy's relevance. Their ability to navigate tough topics and engage in meaningful dialogue made their tours memorable and impactful, setting a standard for future royal visits. The failure of Charles and Camilla's tour underscores the importance of genuine connection in royal engagements. The monarchy must evolve to stay relevant, especially in countries like Australia, where public sentiment is shifting. Engaging with local issues, understanding the concerns of the populace, and fostering a sense of community can turn around negative perceptions. To revitalize their image, Charles and Camilla could benefit from adopting a more modern approach similar to that of Harry and Meghan. This includes prioritizing transparency, actively addressing social issues, and making genuine connections with the public. By doing so, they can begin to bridge the gap between the monarchy and the people it serves. As the monarchy looks to the future, the lessons learned from the Australia tour should not be overlooked. Understanding the pulse of the public and adapting to changing societal values will be crucial for maintaining relevance. While Charles and Camilla's tour may have been marred by protest and discontent, it serves as a critical learning experience, embracing a more contemporary approach to royal engagements, one that reflects the values and concerns of the populace, could pave the way for a more understanding or successful and harmonious relationship with the public. Finally, let's just put a cap on this. The royal family stands at a crossroads. We know this, guys, on so many levels. By acknowledging the missteps of this store and looking to the successful strategies employed by Harry and Meghan, Charles and Camilla can begin to reshape their image and restore the monarchy's standing in Australia and beyond. The future of the royal family depends on their ability to adapt and connect with the people they represent. So, yes, guys, that's what I wanted to just bring a quick thing on it to state that the tour doesn't seem to be going well. It's not really being talked about. It's not having that flair. There's no beauty coming out of it because you know Charles and Camilla, they're old. It's not like anybody's really attracted to what is going on. And it brings a greater focus into what the British monarch did to the Australian indigenous people. I mean, they kill off a lot of them. They rape them, starve them. A lot of it was like genocidal. They kill them off just to reclaim their land. A lot of them helped to build up the society and they did not get anything out of it. So there's a lot of history behind that. People are talking about reparation. People are talking about how they stole the land, how they just the fact that Charles lives in England, but yet still he's ruling over so many other Commonwealth countries, right? So a lot of people are very much upset about a lot of things that's going on. So it is a topic of discussion that's not a positive topic for Charles and Camilla, but it is what it is, right? So we just wanted to bring that to you to just say there are a lot of discontent out there. People are talking. I mean, I'm reading something here on X about time someone told Charles the truth. This is not your land. You are not my king. Is a long overdue slap in the face to the monarchy's centuries of theft, oppression, and entitlement. How dare they show their face in Australia after all they have done? Right? So there's a lot of people talking about it on X. Let me see if I see anything else. Somebody say, you are not our king. You are not sovereign. You are not our king. You are not sovereign. You committed genocide against our people. Give us our land back. Give us what you stole from us, our bones, our skull. I think this could have been Lydia, our bodies, our people. You destroyed our land. Give us a treaty. We want a treaty in this country. You are a genocidal. You are a genocidal, right? This is not your land. This is not your land. You are not my king. You are not my king. And then, of course, she said, F the colony, F the colony, F the colony. So, lot of things being said about these things, right? And of course, we have the fact that Camilla, they're laughing because everything she think is funny when definitely it's not a good look on them, right? So we have people talking about it, right? So that's what I wanted to bring you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bye.